Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth pregame.
Hey, this thing on? Hello, testing.
No debate, cause it's all. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant.
What's up, Twitter world? There's my little OJ.
He's got an autographed OJ photo.
Has anybody heard the story about the Glizzy guy?
He fits today's generation. Like,
Oh yeah, speaking of lady basketball players, Lola Bunny, bonkable. Yes or no?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Korner Booth Podcast. I am, of course, your host, Mr. Jerry Clem, rocking my victory hat of my picks competition. Shout out to Maddie and Nate for being good sports. Of course, Matt had his Joe Namath jersey. We apparently have an intruder in the show right now. My sister's cat has decided to join us for a little bit. Hopefully you guys can't hear her purring. Either way, hope you guys have a better Monday than 99% of basketball fans are having right now. Yeah, this is why I put this. Thank God it's over. This is, I think, the most I've watched basketball since I was a little kid, because obviously, one, my team was good. Two, there's a lot of cool players and fun players to watch. But like the biggest thing at the end of the day is that I'm just very happy that I don't have to deal with this season anymore. We can just flush it down the toilet like the crap it is and move on. You know who I don't want to move on from? He's a hell of a co-host, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matt Ordazzo. Matty, I kind of miss that paperboy hat you used to rock. We used to do Bets with Swagoo segment.
Yeah, that is a paperboy hat, isn't it? I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. It's somewhere nearby. I don't know how nearby.
Dude moves and he can't find something there.
Not under there. It's probably upstairs. I have to go get that one eventually.
Maybe when we start kicking off Bets with Swagoo again. On top, make sure we get to the Valley of Bets page. We'll make sure we'll bring back the hat as well.
Yeah, that hat made me feel like a old school degenerate bookie. Like I just felt like I was here to take your money and run. You were never going to see me again.
Also joining us, ladies and gentlemen, our amazing producer and host of Third and 10 podcast, always optimistic sports fan. Hi, Nate.
hi, how's it going? Happy Monday to you both.
Good, buddy. You don't look as fried today. This is great.
I'm feeling great, man. It's nice outside. Had some food out there. Enjoyed some sun before, hopping on here. So I'm excited. I was showing Matt this drink earlier. He thought it was Smirnoff Ice, but no, we don't do that around here. Not on, Maybe one day.
It's funny because it looked like it's. I saw the S and then I saw the ice, so I thought it was Smirnoff Ice. And then he goes, "Oh yeah, I got it at the liquor store." I'm like, "Oh, no wonder I thought it was Smirnoff
My boy's
Ice."
getting after it. Nah, I think Nate's convinced that the legal drinking age actually is 30. He's just been lying to us this whole time.
I only drink on special occasions. It seems like if I'm having fun, if I'm at a baseball game or with my best friend, and they drink, then I'll do it for fun.
Yeah.
Because I don't be the lone wolf. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, here's the thing. It's like I'm a person who's known to have a alcoholic beverage, most likely a beer, mostly, if not every day, close to 4 or 5 days a week. But like, I used to drink a lot more, as this show is evidence of it. But, obviously you calm down a little bit as you get a little older, because you're like, okay, my liver does not need to do this anymore. Funniest thing was yesterday, I spent 7 hours in the blazing heat playing baseball. Had a blast. Congrats to my team who won our first game of the season. Your boy had 4 hits and 6 at-bats. Actually drew a walk. Wild. Full count walk, by the way. Went full Perdomo. I was 0-2 and then worked a walk. Well, because also, for those of you who are not realizing, who are listening to the show, I am limping around the studio right now because I have a pulled hamstring. Mild pull, but still a pull. And then my right hamstring's pretty tight too. So I feel great. The problem is, at 265 pounds, my body is still getting used to losing weight. And I run a lot faster than my body type indicates. So unfortunately, I get a little too aggressive on the base paths, and I wasn't hydrated enough, and trying to steal home, which I did steal, by the way, limping into home plate on the throwback to try to throw one of our outfielders at second base. I got in, but it felt like somebody had rolled a ball inside my hammy. I was like, this is the worst. Then proceeded to play the entire game with a pulled hamstring because we had no other first baseman show up yesterday. And then off one leg, going full Kirk Gibby, hitting an absolute moonshot that if I was able to swing off both legs, probably would have cleared the fence. But at this point, I was just happy I got under the ball and was able to drive it with 2 guys on base. Should have been the game stealing RBIs. We made a couple errors next inning, but then we ended up getting the win again when our 2 least experienced ball players come in, get a bunt, or one draws a walk, and one hits a little blooper behind the second baseman, gets guys in. It was a whole crazy rally. It was fun. But spent a lot of time in the sun yesterday. So bear with me as I'm going to go on a lot of tangents. How do we get to – we're talking about drinking. Oh, yes. So where this story actually goes is that I was like, I want something a little stronger from the liquor store, maybe a little nice double IPA, something like that. I pull in. Liquor store's about to close. Chatting with the guy quick. He's like, he saw me. I had the eye black on. I was covered in dirt, baseball pants, long yards. And I walk in and I say, one of my favorite breweries. Let me grab that. I saw the alcohol percentage, 85. Walked out. Didn't even check what it was. It was an Imperial Stout. Stouts are not a summer beer. Stouts are a winter beer. I will probably still have one because F it. Why not, right? I haven't had one yet. I might wait until like Tuesday or Wednesday because I know tomorrow is going to be absolutely brutal in the heat. So I'm just going to be sticking to the basics of water, electrolytes, light beer, and protein shakes for the next like 12 hours until I get off work. Hopefully it's a shorter day tomorrow.
Don't we love the sun or what?
Out beer.
It's 100 damn degrees. I haven't been outside. I went outside for 10 minutes to the grill. That was it.
Nice.
I made pork shoulder steaks, which, by the way, if you can get a hold of them, holy hell, they're amazing. Yes, pork shoulder. They use for pulled pork. You can get them sliced into steaks apparently, and it's amazing. Grills perfectly. 2 minutes each side. Top racket for 3 minutes. It's perfect. 150 internal. Coated a little butter. Tinted some tin foil. It is the best thing you're gonna have all week.
Where do you get a pork shoulder steak?
ShopRite. I was looking around looking for food by my gym because there was a crazy accident up by me, Matt. You remember on Wednesday, the one that shut the highway down for hours, went made national news. So I was just like, I gotta go all back roads home, so I might as well just go food shopping up here. So I did, and I was just up by my gym, and I went into that ShopRite. And they had pork shoulder steaks on sale. I was like, sweet.
I'm gonna have to check my ShopRite. I don't think I'm fancy enough to get one of those, but I'll see if they got it.
They were dirt cheap, man. It was $5 for a pound and a half. I was like, for almost 2 pounds. I was like, hell yeah. But hell no is what I'm saying about what happened last night and this entire season. The NBA has lost, I think, 100 to 85% of its aura. As Nate, I'm sorry, I'm sending you the image right now. I realized I was mid-text as we were loading my face up onto the screen. I was like, Nate's probably in his producer booth yelling, "What effing image are you trying to send me?"
Huh.
Indeed, I was.
With this Smirnoff Ice.
Here's the kicker. Last night, the Oklahoma City Thunder won the NBA title. Woo! This is like when the Dodgers won the World Series. Like, yeah. Woo. No, you know what? I saw, shout out to our boy, Chris, because this is up his alley. Somebody put Chick Hicks from Cars as the Oklahoma City Thunder for like the end of the first Cars movie where they're throwing the trophies and everything at him because nobody likes him. And I was like, that is exactly how I feel today. It's like, yeah, they won, but it's like Halliburton and the Pacers punched above their pay grade for 7 games. Edwards and the Timberwolves gave them a fight for 3 games because they quit in 2 of them. And then, you got the Nuggets pushed them to 7. I'm more like for the teams they ended up beating, or them and the refs ended up beating, depending on who you ask. I'm just happy we didn't have to deal with Scott Foster in Game 7 because, once again, I will say this again, I hate Scott Foster. What annoys me the most about this season is basically everything. The marketing, the games on Christmas, just everything seems the weird injuries, the in-season tournament and all of its corniness, the Dunk All-Star Weekend being a laughing stock. Like, I swear Adam Silver is the kid who's given a Lamborghini by his rich daddy, crashes it, gets a new one, crashes it again, and is like, why is everyone such a bad driver? No, Adam Silver, why are you such a bad commissioner? And one of our comments was actually from a buddy of ours, Kev, over at Tailgate, and he says, was this not counting the NCAA? I'm like, no, it's only pro sports. But NCAA, yes. Mark, whoever the dummy is who runs the NCAA is up there too. But the NBA season has no aura. It's lame. The court looks lame. There's no presentation. They did the last 4 champions on calls on TikTok. I watched it. And it was obviously, the Dodgers, which, listen, they were going ballistic when the Dodgers won in Yankee Stadium. Crazy, but still, it was you could feel the energy. Eagles had just continued to curb stomp the Chiefs for an hour, and that place still lit up like a Christmas tree when they won officially. The Panthers last week, electric factory. I should know. A buddy of mine was at the victory parade today. May or may not have skipped our baseball game, but I won't snitch on him. Anyway, that's okay. We would have sat on the bench most of the day anyway. We could have used him a second. It doesn't matter. Then you get to the Thunder. That was pathetic. I even think the commentators were like, yeah, we don't care about this. And there was what? Pacers fans were saying they were like getting threatened and almost mugged outside of OKC last night. And you had like multiple reports. It was getting absolutely wild. I think there was a shooting reported, allegedly. I don't know, Nate, if you could check on that for me. Or Matt, either one of you. But what cracks me up is that all of this, and it's just like, whoa, thank God it's over. It's like when you're forced to watch a bad presentation at work and you're just cheering for it to be over. That's how I felt watching this series. And it sucked. The second Halliburton went down last night, I just sat there. I'm like, unless there's a miracle of God that happens, I don't think they're going to do it. And the worst part is the Thunder played like crap last night. So if Halliburton doesn't go down, the Pacers are probably NBA champions. And we have a whole different conversation. And I'm doing a victory lap on Adam Silver and the NBA Illuminati's grave about how they tried to force feed us a new champion and an MVP. But no, the Illuminati of the NBA wins again. Halliburton's Achilles gets blown because these dummies keep using low-top sneakers for playing basketball. The one sport I'll wear high tops in always. Also, do your calf raises, kids. That prevents Achilles tears. Amon-Ra St. Brown's dad said it best.
They said there was a shooting in downtown Oklahoma City, but they don't believe for it to have been any sort of affiliation with the finals. It was just something that happened near the park. Non-life-threatening injuries, nothing like that, but they don't believe for it to be related to the game or the celebrations.
I'm very happy nobody was hurt, seriously, and nobody obviously lost their life. Good. Obviously, gun safety is the biggest thing we need to stress in this country right now. For the record, I said gun safety, but that's everyone knows my opinions on that stuff. Anyway, yeah, that's it. SGA, congrats, you lame. Jalen Williams looked like such a weenie taking a sip of his first beer. I lost whatever respect I had left for him. I'm like, oh, it's my first drink. Oh, it's beer. I'm like, oh, you suck. It reminded me of the second Chiefs title. 2023 title. I was just like, nobody wanted this. This is lame. This sucks. Boo. So there you go. But Nate, what's even lamer is the NBA championship gear. I think even the NBA was just kind of done with this year. Nate, pull this up for me, will you? What in the hell is this? How is this a championship hat? This looks like something I buy at a gas station.
Yeah. Shit? I don't like how it has that little like circle knob kind of thing on the front of the hat, like as if they just branded it to the hat.
Logo is.
Yeah, you can't even really. I mean, you could see the OKC, but it's tiny. The only thing I like about this hat is the lettering of the champions. Yeah. I think that's pretty cool. That's it. I don't care for the 2024/25 thing. I don't care for the logo and the time.
I did this in Canva.
It looks like you made it on a cricket machine.
Yo, facts. Looks
$40.
Four beers deep. It's $40. Hell no. I'm actually kind of almost happy Minnesota didn't win this title this year. What the hell is that?
Somebody out in Oklahoma City drunkenly bought a couple of those and is probably regretting
I
it
know a couple of friends of our show who are Oklahoma City fans who already probably bought that. Chase Smith.
Did you see Rick Carlisle was upset because the video surfaced of them?
Oh, the buses? Yeah.
That was.
The best
I don't know
part,
if that's
it
something to do
for Halliburton's injury, bro. Those buses got to get stripped because I think the Pacers won last night. If Halliburton doesn't get his Achilles blown out, he was on a roll.
Yeah, you gotta tip your hat to the Pacers. I thought this was going to be something OKC was going to make light in 5 games. I had OKC in 5 on my banner the whole time, but they had a lot of fight. They had a great coach. He had them prepared every single time, and they played hard. And I got to just tip my hat to the Pacers and that whole team. It sucks that who was it? It was Dame, Halliburton,
and Jason Tatum.
And Tatum, all number 0, all same injury.
Steph Curry and John Morant both had bad injuries.
Yeah. Dude, the NBA is going to be interesting next year when a lot of those big guys aren't playing for the first 3 quarters of the season because they're still recovering, or if at all. I mean,
well, it's like Achilles in basketball is even because you can't tape your ankle up in a spat like you can in football, so you can't recover as fast.
And it sucks because they all tore it now, and the season's in 4 months.
Halliburton might not play until the next Eastern Conference Finals if the Pacers make it that far, which they probably won't without him. So it's kind of like.
Well, I think it's cool that OKC, a team that's only been a team for 16 years, maybe, got their first dub. I like Caruso back in my time of, claiming the Bills. I did like Caruso.
The Bulls, you mean?
Yeah, when I claimed the Bulls, but I never watched. Oh, Bills. Oops, sorry. I had the Bills on my mind because everybody on my TikTok has been just coming at me still about, oh, you could have chose Bills for your this and that. I'm like, no, I'm choosing my favorite sports teams in this little bingo thing, and they all keep telling me about the Bills because I keep saying Bills are in Canada, and I'll stick by that. That is, the Bills are our boy.
You mean the New Jersey Jets?
Yes, I don't care. It's got New York in the name. Every time they show this, every time they say New York, they show the New York skyline. I don't care. James Gandolfini wouldn't have wanted it as New York Jets. So, anyways, but yeah, no, I like that team. Caruso, Holmgren, Williams, SGA. It's just they're young too, and they're probably going to be built for some serious future success.
God, I hope not. Oh, can this be a one-off, please?
Young and dominant. I mean, Caruso is probably their biggest vet.
Young and they pay the refs.
I mean, hey, listen, it's not.
Who said that? Sorry, I did.
It's not LA. Sorry, Nate. So,
You got it, bud.
I'm sorry. If I see one more SGA elbow push off into a jumper, I'm going to puke. At least with Dirk could kick his leg up and it wasn't illegal. It was just physical separation without contact. Literally, SGA does what every street ball idiot does. And elbow out.
Oh, speaking of dirt, this is off topic, but it's really funny. My wife was laughing and she showed me this thing on Twitter or X, whatever we want to call it. And it was just a clip from a basketball game. And it was like celebrating Juneteenth Black History. And it was just them. They had Dirk Nowitzki on the jumbo. And that was the banner. Was celebrating it was something about Juneteenth celebrating Black History. And it was just Dirk Nowitzki like this, just waving really, really big happy face. And I'm like, oh, there's something missing here, but it's Dirk Nowitzki. Everybody loves Dirk. So, yeah, with, it sucks to see those guys go down with those Achilles, but, it wasn't a bad finals. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great. When I saw Halliburton go down, did I text my group chat OKC by 8, have a good night? Yeah. And they won by 12 or 13. So yeah. So, it gave me the vibes of when the Knicks were trying to shut out the Celtics and Tatum went down early on in that one game where they just finished in the 6th. And it gave me that vibe. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, OKC just got gifted this. And now that bus video doesn't look that bad.
Yeah. I mean,
sorry.
No, I was gonna say just real quick, just shout out to the Pacers, man. Hell of a season for them. I mean, they were underdogs throughout the whole playoffs. I mean, Halliburton and the crew, man, they just had so many memorable performances from this year's playoffs. And Hallie had 9 points in the first quarter. It looked like he was going to go on a tear. And who knows if he stayed the whole game and was healthy. What could have been for Indiana, honestly. And I was rooting for them, honestly, throughout the whole playoffs. They took down Milwaukee, obviously, and they took down the Knicks in the conference finals. And it was just sucked to see him go down with a major injury and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, shout out to OKC, man. They're probably not going to repeat.
F that shout out.
Okay, they're not going to repeat it. Okay, listen, like Matt said, it's their first final, so we got to.
Nobody cares. They should go finalists after that performance. That was awful.
Well, yeah,
that
they're not going to win, but they're not going to win another one.
That's borderline cheating.
Yeah,
My favorite thing about the entire finals was when OKC won and Caruso was like, now I actually got a real one. Now nobody can tell me anything now.
He was drunk. Whatever.
Mickey Mouse
I
title.
don't think so. It was right after the game. I hope he was sober.
He said he had 3 drinks.
Whatever helps. If he was
3 drinks get you
sipping
drunk that fast? You a lightweight, dog.
If he was sipping some Starburst, sparkling water, maybe from the liquor store, maybe that was, getting it
True.
Okay.
Whatever.
Other NBA news. Kevin Durant is a Houston Rocket, boys. In a trade that sends Dillon Brooks and Jalen Green to the Suns, along with a first and a second round pick. Durant now joins a very young Rockets core. I won't go too into detail on this because, I mean, obviously I wanted Durant to come to Minnesota, but it was like, there was like 8 other teams that wanted him, and the Rockets were his favorite, so kind of tracks. I think the Rockets completely fleeced the Suns, but whatever. Fellas, thoughts on this?
He's not going to last more than 2 seasons.
That's all I think of when I hear Dillon Brooks, his little dance thing he did out in the tunnel. Oh my God. He's such an interesting guy. One, I think it's funny that Kevin Durant found out about this trade on stage with, I think it was Kay Adams at Fanatics Fest or something in New York, which thought was funny. I think Houston won this, and I don't even think it's close. They didn't give up really any core young pieces for this trade. They offloaded Jalen Green's contract, and they got rid of the veteran Dillon Brooks. They got one top 10 first-round pick, and then 5 seconds, which I'm still kind of getting new with basketball, but I'm pretty sure seconds mean nothing in NBA. So to me, it sounds like they gave him like a bunch of 6-round picks in NFL terms.
Yep.
So
yep.
The only bright side with Phoenix is that you got rid of a 37-year-old veteran that you didn't want back, but at the same time, you didn't recoup anything to really build your future for that team.
The 2 guard now.
I just can't get over that Dillon Brooks' face is going to be. He's just such an interesting guy. But
they might ship Green out, by the way.
They probably should. But I mean, Houston-wise, with Kevin Durant, he's going to team up. He's going to team up with Alperen Sengun. I don't know how to say his last name. Sengun. Sengun.
Yes.
Tari Eason, Ammons Thompson, Fred VanVleet, Fred Shepard, or Reed Shepard, and he's got Udoka as his coach right now. So I think that's a big win for Houston in this deal.
He's not going to last more than 2 seasons. I know people are excited.
Oh no, he's almost done. His body. So
it's not even his body; it's him and just his.
You are such a Durant hater, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I love him. I like how he shoots. Like it's one of the best shooting forms ever. But we've seen this like ever since he left OKC. He goes to Golden State for a few seasons, has success, blah blah blah.
He's probably done after this year though. He'll be 39 at the end of his contract.
He's not gonna win anything in Houston, so why go there?
I don't know. Maybe he wants to go try something. I listen. Nobody knows what goes on in Kevin Durant's head except for Kevin Durant. All right.
I mean, he's got 2 rings with Golden State.
2 rings with Golden State.
He just might want to just go somewhere where the team's going to be good and competitive. He's going to get into the playoffs, and whatever happens. He might just want to have fun.
He has no state taxes.
Yeah, he just might want to just relax on it. It's like, I'm already going to be a Hall of Fame player. I've already got my rings. Sometimes everybody's like, I've achieved everything I can achieve. Let me just go have fun the last couple of years.
Yeah,
that's what I genuinely think Tom Brady was doing in his last couple of years. He just happened to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. He'll have fun, and then you get knocked out in the second round by Ant.
I mean, hey, he still has his 2 rings in Hall of Fame and everything. Something he also put this out on Twitter or X, whatever the heck it is. turning Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, 4 first-round picks, and a swap into Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and a late lotto pick in a middling draft in the span of just 28 months is franchise detonation levels of asset mismanagement.
Yeah, the Suns are stupid, man.
Isn't this guy also under a lawsuit for adultery, and it involves like our favorite WNBA player, Sophie Cunningham? Like, isn't there like a bunch of stuff about that?
Yes, there is.
The Rockets are the new dumpster fire of the NBA, and it's hilarious. Sorry, not the Rockets, the Suns. And my favorite part about it is that this just makes every other Arizona team look so much better. It used to be, you know what's so funny about Arizona sports is that the Diamondbacks were bad for a decade. And they've only been okay for the last 3 seasons, minus obviously the World Series run.
They're probably number 1 right now.
They are number 1 because the Cardinals are so up and down. Then you have the Suns, which are a dumpster fire, and the Coyotes, which played in a college stadium.
You could argue that the Arizona College is probably.
Honestly, it's probably the Diamondbacks, the Wildcats, and the Sun Devils. That's it. And I guess you throw the Cardinals in. No, I'm a Wildcats boy all day.
No, but ASU is where the fun is at.
Arizona, same thing. They're both party schools.
No, ASU is more of a party school than Arizona.
There's a ranking. They're like Barstool did a ranking. They're like close to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Arizona's just cheaper to get into. But listen, Gronk went to the University of Arizona. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Man, I miss Gronk, man. I know Matt doesn't, but I personally do.
I don't miss Gronk, because he was in my conference and the same division and everything, but he was a genuinely fun human being to watch. And just, I don't know if any of you guys watched that Hulu Aaron Hernandez show.
The guy who plays Gronk is so and my favorite part is he's one of Gronk's boys, which is even funnier.
No way.
He's like, you mean coach? He's like, oh, coach. I'm like, oh my God, this is so accurate right now. It's great.
He's like, whoa, that's coach.
Here's a character.
Oh, Matt, by the way, also congratulations. Your LSU Tigers are the 2025 College World Series champions, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Go Tigers.
Dude, that ejection for that coach.
Dude, that is the worst ejection I've ever seen in my life.
And mind you, that guy barely brushed that umpire.
And he even said, he goes, apparently that umpire who he knocked over is the College World Series equivalent of Angel Hernandez.
Oh, God. I hope he never.
So, Matt, congrats on the tainted title, baby.
Hey, you know what? I'll take it. And something is something nowadays. The Yankees have been on a dry spell for 15 years. More. The Jets, Jimi Hendrix is still alive. The Knicks, John Lennon was still alive. So, the Rangers, I think Kurt Cobain was still there.
No, he was gone by then.
Nope. Freshly gone. So I will take this tainted LSU title.
And you got your DC Defenders though.
Oh, I forgot about them. Yeah, no, Jordan Ta'amu MVP. I gotta get some DC Defenders. Not on eBay.
I forgot about that.
When will I be happy, man? When will I be happy, man?
Did you say you're gonna be a Defenders fan now? Like what?
Yeah, but I just became it. Isn't I want to be a fan when they actually win.
Kevin Duranted yourself onto this fan base. We get it.
I know. I don't know. Like when will I be happy, man? Like when will my team?
I don't know. They're saying Jackson Dart it's not a matter of if, but when he makes his first start in the NFL this year.
If he starts, that means we're 0-5, and then I'm gonna come on this show and I'm gonna be sad as fudge. And I'm not gonna be nice to be around.
I don't know. I feel like you feel the same way. I don't care if the Giants are doing poorly or doing well. I don't want him to make a start until you're in like at least like
November,
Halloween.
November.
A little later. Give me a little later, and then we're good.
Yeah, like we're talking like week 12, 13, easy.
Yes.
Yeah, like I don't want him to make a start in the first 4, 5, 6 weeks. Like give him some time because you don't want to throw him in there in week 3 or 4 and then all of a sudden this kid's just ruined.
Yeah, I think because when Boss put it best, I think last week you were talking about how like the whole hype right now with like OTAs and stuff, like all like the notes we're getting.
Everyone looks amazing. It's like the underwear Olympics for 7-on-7.
Oh yeah. Every time I go on X, somebody's like, "Oh, look at this Look at
Oh,
this
Shedeur
Justin
Sanders
Fields
looks
stat.
elite. It's like, brother, he's throwing
Yeah.
against like number two defensive backs against like guys. Stop it, like
Yeah, they're like, oh,
guys
Justin
guys
Fields,
up on like reckless driving charges, most likely doing 100 on the freak. My favorite is Shiloh on his vlog making fun of his brother for doing 100 was the funniest thing I ever seen. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
I'm like a Shiloh Sanders fan now, like the Forgotten Son arc. I love it.
Yeah. Or the back shoulder touchdown pass to Garrett Wilson. And I'm like, oh, cool. Justin Fields looks great. He was also, they didn't have defenders. It was just a drill. There was nobody blocking.
We also remember in the 2016 season, the best receiver in training camp. Oh, sorry, the 2021 season in training camp, the best receiver on the Eagles roster in camp was Jalen Reagor. He was outdoing Devontae Smith and Quez Watkins and all the other players they had on that roster. What happened? He was a bench warmer of the kick return variety.
That's like the one flaw of Roseman. Can you just imagine though? Because Roseman has been such a great GM. It's
I don't want to know. Listen, I'm happy we took Reagor. You know why? Because it motivated him to go get Smith. It motivated him to go get AJ Brown.
That's true.
He learns from his mistakes. You need the mistakes in this business. And I'm telling you right now, I will take my Super Bowl title. The Vikings can have their number one receiver in the league and there's 0 playoff wins.
That's
right.
Well,
I mean, you could look at it in a positive note too, is that, since that draft happened, how many Super Bowl appearances and rings does the Eagles have compared to the Vikings?
2 appearances. We should have 2 rings, but, TikTok boy got held.
He didn't, but,
He was not. By the definition of the call, that's not a hold. Especially in the most, it would have been a field goal. Listen, also, this is my thing. It would have been a field goal.
Yes.
And then the Eagles would have had to go down, probably say 70 yards in 1:10 to tie the game.
Possible.
Oh, yes. Especially with how the offense was going, but they couldn't run the ball. Miles Sanders couldn't find the end zone if it had a freaking straight line drawn to it.
I need to get you a poster of the dagger play from last year, boss. Let me get you a poster.
Listen, or you give me a poster of Jalen Carter punching Mahomes in the face. I love that picture.
Oh yeah,
I have it as a backup phone background whenever I go hang out with my friends who are Chiefs fans.
Yeah,
but it's baseball season right now, boys. That's all it is to me right now. The UFL's over, and NFL's about 3 weeks out. College football, 3 months out. College football is about 2.5 months out. You've got NBA has finally been dead, deceased, and gone. Thank God. Hockey had a great end of the season. Congrats to the Panthers once again for being back-to-back champions. So, and now we got golf and baseball.
And the WNBA.
Yeah, go Fever, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Sophie Cunningham, that's my girl.
Yeah, I know. Her or Van Leaf? You got to pick one, bro.
Oh, Sophie. All day.
Okay. Oh, change of heart. Top 5 favorite WNBA players. Number 1.
It's literally just the entire Fever roster.
Clark's a
baller, and the person who has to grab Angel Reese's misses on the rebounds.
Did you follow a trademark for me bounds? I think.
What, for bricks? Dude,
no,
she could make a killing working with a brick manufacturer.
No, I think she put a trademark in for me bounce. So when you're because you're rebounding your own misses. So me bounds. Yeah.
Dude, she's not even in the top 10 for All-Star voting, and I'm crying seeing that. I thought she was a superstar of the league. She's not even top 10. Cunningham bounced her.
As she should, because she actually does something.
She's the number 2 selling jersey in the WNBA right now, which is hilarious.
Wait, who's on? Oh, I gotta take the top 10 real quick. Oh, Becker's in there. Nice.
Yeah, I think Clark still won, obviously, and I think Cunningham's like 2 now. She at least recently. She might have bounced down the top 3, whatever.
Ooh, oh, Reese is 13. All right. I like that. Cunningham's 23rd. But she'll get there.
Jersey sales or
voting. My apologies.
Oh, yeah, voting. I was talking jersey sales.
My apologies.
Jersey sales, I know she's 2.
Oh, they have a draft? Oh, it's going to be an all-star game draft. Copy the NBA.
Yeah, I listen, I like it. Also, the NBA draft's Thursday.
Woo! Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fast.
No, it's not. Nate, it's almost July, brother.
No, I thought, dang.
Dude, mini camps are in a month, man.
Holy. Oh, yeah. Well, man.
The NBA draft is this week, and the Knicks don't have a head coach.
Nice. Rick
Matt,
Brunson, you're up.
Matt, you're like the kiss of death for NBA for sports.
Dude, it's so bad. It's such. I don't even
Oh, my
know. Yeah,
Lord.
Rick
How do you-
Brunson.
Just hire, give Mike Malone whatever he wants.
I
Easton
heard that
City,
they had.
James
I heard
Dolan
they had a
jumping off the
positive-
Triborough Bridge
I heard they had a positive
with a parachute.
interview with Brown. I don't want Mike Brown.
They're so desperate. They're going for Mike Brown. Oh, this is great.
I heard it on the radio the other day. I thought they said something about Mike Brown's been fired like 9 times.
Yeah.
Okay, what about James Borrego,
I heard that he also had a positive interview. Who is he?
former Hornets coach, known for his offensive creativity and analytics forward approach?
Oh God, another numbers nerd. Yeah, Matt, you guys are winning 20 games next year.
He's not
Numbers
that bad.
don't.
I like the guy. He's
Numbers
not that
don't
bad.
win games anymore. It was
Yeah, but he's-
fun from the 2011 till about 2020. But look, like at the end of the day, the Thunder are not a numbers team. They weren't like the schematically best team in the league. They just outscored everybody. You look at who won. What's winning in football? Run the ball and play defense. That's how Philly won. You look what's winning in baseball. Guys who throw hard, hit the ball farther, and drive runs in and steal bases. The analytics era is dead. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Numbers nerds ruined sports for about 10 years, and it drove me crazy. I don't want to hear another damn word about ex-WOBA. The only ones that matter are wins above replacement and, like, batting average and slugging for baseball.
Like
For
OPS.
basketball, it's field goal percentage, three-point percentage, and turnovers. That's it.
Yeah. Well, he's a good coach. I like him. He led the Hornets to one of their very few 40-win seasons before he was let go in 22.
Ooh, 40 wins. Yay.
Okay, but it's the
Matt-
Hornets. So imagine what we do with the
Matt, at
Knicks.
some point, they may call you for head coaching. I would take 40 wins.
At this point, I would rather just. I don't want Mike Brown. I'll take Mike Malone.
Darvin Ham.
What's available? I'll take Mike Malone.
Darvin Ham, come on, man. He let the Lakers to the playoffs with his hand in his pockets. You know?
Darvin Ham did as much coaching for the Lakers as Larry Coker did for the Hurricanes.
You know what's bad too is that we're the only team with a vacancy, so we could take our time and we don't have any pressure on us because nobody's competing with us. But it's just that everybody that they want is
That means
contract.
James Dolan's making your pick for you.
Yeah, everybody they want is contracted by a team already. So they're going to wind up with Mike Brown or Mike Malone, or they're going to go with a rookie like Rick Brunson or Johnny Bryant. I honestly, at this point, I'd rather probably just go with Johnny Bryant, but I just don't want Mike Brown.
All I know is my favorite part of this whole thing is that somehow, some way, somebody's going to screw things up on Thursday for draft picks.
Rajon Rondo.
Yes.
He's a smart guy. He would be.
Oh,
a good
also,
head
he'll
coach.
fight you, which is why I
Yeah.
love coaches with some attitude.
He
All right.
almost whooped the Rockets that one year. Yeah, it was him and Brendan Ingram. Pow, pow.
All right, you guys ready to talk our top 10 tight ends, or do you guys want anything else you guys want to cover before we run into it?
Cal Rowley is having an amazing season, but unfortunately for him, Aaron Judge is going to be MVP again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
probably,
he
because
should.
he's number what, 1 or 2 in batting average?
Yeah, he's and Cal Rowley actually, we're not even at the All-Star break yet. He tied and then beat the home run record for, I think, held by a catcher, like in a single MLB season, which I think was like 28, and he's already
by
at
the
like
way,
29 or 30.
I don't know if you guys checked the Instagram comments. Our boy Daniel from Time to BS. I'm gonna be on their show tomorrow. His show tomorrow. Ironically, it's number 51 of the series, and my number is number 51. So I find it very funny. He's like, Jared, you look tired. No, Dan, I'm injured. There's a difference. I tried to do 20 minutes of walking on the treadmill, just kind of loosen my legs up a little bit, and it was like trying to like play Operation. I stride too long, everything tightens up. I stride too short, it feels awkward. I'm just like, I'm supposed to go back to work tomorrow. I'm working tomorrow. I'm just gonna be like, all right, fellas, I'm not lifting any dressers. It's gonna be boxes all day for me.
Aaron Judge just hit a dinger. Yes. One out of 5, Nate. 4 more picks to go, Nate. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. And
One
then,
more.
It's always when I don't. It's always when I don't bet him.
So you were the reason why he didn't hit that one hit when I needed him to do on opening day. Son of a gun.
Yeah,
Most
Nate,
likely.
don't touch any of my Diamondbacks ever again, please.
I already did. Number 3, Genio Suarez.
Son of a.
No, I didn't
Okay.
mention.
When I picked Eugenio Suarez, he hit a home run.
Yeah,
I'll make sure to
Matt's
pick
allowed.
it next time.
No, Nate and Dom are never allowed to pick any of my players or teams ever again.
I just need Jazz Chisholm to hit it to get an RBI. That's all I need.
Jazz Chisholm, never heard of him. Are you referring to,
The artist formerly known as Jazz Chisholm.
When is he now?
Still Jazz Chisholm. But it's like, you ever seen the Boondocks with the guy Slickback, a PIMP named Slickback? The same thing. Artist formerly known as Jazz Chisholm. He's still Jazz Chisholm, but it's adding a little extra flair to his name.
Oh,
Because that
okay.
Jazz is that extra, bro. I think it's very funny.
Thanks,
Double
Matt.
J.
Yeah.
Matt, stop
Yes,
it. Do not ever share that to anybody. We just put in the group chat. You animal. Nate's an innocent. He has innocent eyes here.
Yes, sir. Hey, if he hits an RBI, I will gladly.
Oh, there's things that I can.
Thank you.
There's things that I can let you guys know in the chat of what I've called that man. Nothing bad, just funny stuff.
Well, it's okay. We're on our. James McCann is officially an Arizona Diamondback as of today. He's going to probably start for us either
God,
today.
I remember when he was like a very good defensively for the Mets, but was horrendous offensively. I don't think
the problem is that Adrian Del Castro, our power hitting extraordinaire prospect catcher, is still rehabbing injury. Gabby Moreno's on the 10-day DL. All we got is Jose Herrera, who is not a liability at the plate, but he basically can only just hit the ball really hard, and that's it. It doesn't really have any aim to it. So it kind of just turns into this whole thing where I'm just like, yeah, this ain't great. We're just hanging on here. Hey, listen, Shelby Miller's been a good closer for us. I'm not complaining. So
apparently the Yankees are linked to Merrill Kelly in a trade potentially.
Yeah,
or that was just
actually-
suspicion.
Yeah, this is what I hate about midseason. If your team is like on the bubble, everyone thinks the Diamondbacks are going to punt. Even though Derek Hall, the GM of the team, literally goes, "Oh no, we're going to be buying at the deadline," which is the stupidest effing thing. What all these like figures? Oh no, Diamondbacks are straight up, bro. I'm like, have you looked at our next 8 games? We only played one winning team the next 8 games. We should have beaten the Rockies last night. We just couldn't get the offense go, but we took 2 out of 3 from them. We got the White Sox tonight. I believe then we have another losing record after. I think the next good team we play is the Giants in I think it's next weekend. Look at the record right now. This is our upcoming record. We get Chicago for the next 3 games. We get Miami for this weekend. Then we get San Fran. Then we get KC. Then we get the Padres, Angels. Then it's the All-Star break. Arizona, by the way, was taking San Fran to the woodshed, except for one bad game. Kansas City is at home. We always take Miami to the woodshed. This is easily Miami. Arizona, also, by the way, they're 12-6 in June. Rough month of May. Great month of June. Great month of April. I hate how everyone, small market team, they're going to get rid of all their aspiring guys. Like, maybe they won't. I hate the speculation. It sucks being a mid-market team, I swear. It's the opposite of what the joy you guys get. Of, we might get Merrill Kelly, or, the Rangers might get Eugenio Suarez. Like, no, shut up. No, they're not. Or the Giants might get Suarez. Like, no, guys, why would you trade him in division?
Yeah.
No, stupid. Like, want to whack him in the head like whack-a-mole. All right. We're waiting for Nate to get back. We'll do our top 10 tight ends. This is going to be a quicker list because I'm not going to try to argue as much as I did last time. I'll do mine in order. Number 10, he's old. He's feeble. His girlfriend makes way more money than he does. Travis Kelce. Unfortunately, he's not the same player he was 2 years ago. He's starting to show his age. I think he drops down this list, at least for this season. I would love to be proven wrong. Number 9, give me Dalton Kincaid of the Bills. I think he's a very good tight end. He just can't find the end zone. He's had a line painted to it. Number 8, Isaiah Likely. It's hilarious that he's a number 2 tight end. He'd probably be number 1 on 12 different rosters. So good for Isaiah. Number 7, give me Dallas Goedert. One of the best blocking and receiving threats when it comes to versatility. He's great at what he does. He is a good in-between guy. Number 6, give me TJ Hawkinson. Was once considered a top 5 tight end. I think he still is there. Unfortunately, the Vikings have no offense to speak of. And before my laptop blows up, number 5, we're going to go with Trey McBride. I get the fantasy hype on him. He's Kyler Murray's favorite weapon. I just think he needs a little bit the blocking ability. Number 4, Mark Andrews. As much as he dropped that pass, he's still one of the best tight ends in the league. Still puts up a lot of numbers. Number 3, Sam Laporta. I guess the new school of Mark Andrews. Very solid tight end for the Detroit Lions. Number 2, give me the new superstar in the NFL, Brock Bowers, the Rocket Ship. Guy got me to a title in DJ and Kelce's league. Number 1, he's still the king. Blocking, running, tackling, everything. Oh, it's the light bulb that's hot. Never mind. Okay. Give me George Kittle. He is best blocking. Run after catch. Ability to catch the ball in traffic. He's a leader. Does everything right. He's also a WWE guy playing football. I love it. So George Kittle's Maddie.
He might be a guy that winds up having a WWE career when he retires, which would be really cool. But number 10, somebody that used to be a top 4, top 3 tight end in this league that has just kind of dwindled down. Mark Andrews, I have in my 10 spot. Just had that big injury the last year, and was really slow to get going this past year, and I got that missed catch in the playoffs. But he is just, unfortunately, I think we're seeing the decline of a lot of these former top 3 guys, and he is one of them. Number 9, I've got David Njoku. He had a breakout 2023 year where he had 88 passes for 975 yards. Injuries plagued him last year, but when he was playing, he was healthy. Even with when he was Jameis Winston was throwing the ball, he still looked a little electric. He still looked like he had that 2023 self in him. So I slotted him into that 9 spot. I then at my 8 spot, I have the other Ravens tight end. I have Isaiah Likely, who is just kind of bursting onto the scene. Seems like he is the next Mark Andrews for them. He had a career high 77 PFF receiving grade last year, and he looks like he is starting to take over the reins as the tight end 1 over there. At number 7, go and give me Philadelphia's Dallas Goedert. Injuries, is up and down. He was hurt the last year or so, but he had a 75.8 PFF receiving grade last year, which was tied for 12th in PFF WAR across the past couple of seasons. He is still a big body tight end that just can rip that ball out of you. Just very physical and works with that system. Number 6, TJ Hawkinson. I love watching him. He's a very fluid player. He's not a aggressive, contested kind of guy. He's not somebody that's going to kind of be really physical with you, but he's a really fluid tight end when he is healthy. And he makes any offense look good. Look at his time with Detroit and with Minnesota. He's always playing pretty high at his level. Number 5, I actually slipped Travis Kelce down there. I could have went lower. I probably could have made him maybe top 7 if I really wanted to, but he was just the best tight end in the league for so long. And, he dipped last year. The age started to show. He's about, 35 now? He's going to be 36 maybe. And he had some moments of the old Kelce in him. But right now, I've moved him down from that 1 to that 5 spot. He'll probably be lower next year, but just to show him some respect, I had him at the 5. Number 4 is one of my favorites. Actually, I think he is my favorite tight end in this league right now. I'm a big Sam Laporta guy. He had an amazing rookie year when he had 118 targets, 86 catches, 89 yards, 10 touchdowns. He had an 81 PFF receiving grade in the regular season. And he wound up finishing with one of the best receiving grades for a tight end in the game last season. He is an electric guy. I think he's the future of this league. Number 3 is a sneaky guy that kind of came out of nowhere, Trey McBride with Arizona. Kind of had a little slow start to his career, but he broke out, towards the middle of 2023, and he kind of picked up where he left off last year. He had a big year in the sense of just receiving yards and things like that. Kyler Murray was always getting him going, but he just couldn't find the end zone last year. But I think hopefully that'll change for him this coming year, but he was electric this past year. Number 2, I did slide in there, George Kittle. He is aging, injuries every now and then can kind of grab him, but he is one of the most complete tight ends that you have in this league between receiving and blocking, running. He continues to show that no matter his age, when he's healthy, he's out there and he can get the job done for you. And he, unlike his counterpart Kelce, in my opinion, has then moved up on this order, and he is still a strong top 2 tight end in this league. And number 1, just going off of his season last year, I got Brock Bowers as the number 1 tight end right now. I still think the Jets should have took him, even though Olu Fashanu is looking good. I still kind of wish, like, what could that offense have been with that weapon there? But I'll save that for another time, even though it doesn't matter because he can't change anything. But best rookie tight end last year, had an amazing season, and he did that with just scrub quarterbacks. I mean, this man didn't have one singular decent option to throw him the ball. So I had to show some love to Brock Bowers there and give him that one spot.
Yes, sir. I'll make mine quick as always. No explanation from me. I'll probably do that when I do on my show. But for me, it's likely Njoku, Goddard, Hawkinson, Kelce, Andrews, Laporta, McBride. Debating between 1 and 2, but I put Bowers at 2. Great rookie season, but I want to see more from him. More consistency, obviously, heading into his second year. But give me Kittle at number 1, man. He does it all very well. Has a high energy to him, which I love. He's very fun to watch. And he's a solid weapon in that offense. And he's going to be relied on a lot more now with obviously Debo leaving, and a lot of attention is going to be on Ayuk. So Kittle should have some open space to operate and get open for Brock Purdy. So, yeah, I like
Nate, where'd you have Goddard again?
I have Goddard at 8.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Solid, by the way.
This one, unlike what was the last one? I had to do with Mike Evans and somebody else. We ripped into you for one of your. AJ Brown was behind Mike Evans. Yeah, so he proves this one.
Yes, this one I no debate needed. This one was easier than receivers for sure. No doubt about it. But yeah, hopefully it's kind of cool. We talked about this before the show. Jared mentioned how the Ravens have Andrews and Likely, which are, I think we both had them, or we all had them both as top 10 tight ends. So, hey, Lamar Jackson, no excuses.
Yep.
Come on, buddy.
Go.
Gotta get the job done, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Korner Booth podcast, episode 336. NBA had lost its mojo. I love that title. We will see you guys on Thursday. Corner pregame. We have a guest coming. He actually is going to show up. So, Thursday was also kind of just a train wreck and a half, and I'm happy for everyone who hung in there. A lot of viewers, actually. It was crazy. And thank you to Nate for trying to get back online and Matt for coming my aid at 7:30. Appreciate y'all. That being said, we'll see y'all Thursday. Shout out to our sponsors, Cannadips.com. Promo code BELLY20, 20% off at checkout. Belly Up is the code for Righteous Felon, the best meat snacks on the market. 15% off at checkout as well. And Seatgeek, the best ticketing app on the planet. Promo code is Belly Up Sports for $20 off your first initial purchase. Some restrictions may apply. Hope you all have a great week. We will see y'all Thursday. Try to stay cool. It is hot as hell out. Peace.